Check. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Good evening, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR, Delta Mike 07, over.
Turn your amplifier on.
K6USY, KM6SRR.
Oh, big difference. Yeah, that first transmission I was hearing you pretty strong to Mike's rig, but not as strong down here.
Roger, yeah, I just flipped on the power and got to wait for it to light up first, and I got sidetracked, over.
No worries. Yeah, I was hearing some CW from Nevada, and so I sent back my call sign and grid twice just to acknowledge that somebody heard them down here.
Okay, yeah, I heard some CW, but I don't read it, so I didn't know who was doing what, over.
Yeah, the last two times was me.
Roger, yeah, I was kind of a little bit louder last time than it was earlier, over.
Yep, and I don't read it either, and I'm cheating and just using the keyer built into the radio. I just type in what I want it to send and hit the send button.
Oh, cheating. Wow, I got to learn that technique, over.
Oh yeah, I don't even have a key plugged into this radio. I just do through the software. But what I need to do, and this exists, I need to set up software on my computer to decode, so those times when people are sending us stuff, I can decode it.
Yep, roger on that. I helped out John there with the man lift one time, and he gave me a decoder thing. I got to figure out how to hook it up and make it work, over.
Yeah, those they used to have a lot of like standalone stuff. Now you can just do it with software on your computer.
Yeah, but shoot, you don't have much equipment doing that, so it doesn't look as impressive, over.
Well, I'm already running all the audio through my computer anyway, so it doesn't, it's not really a difference for me.
Yep, and who goes in your closet to check out your system?
Just me and my wife, and occasionally a kid goes in there and I have to yell at him.
Well, they're just trying to learn to be a ham. No problem with that.
No, the baby's trying to go, well, although the youngest I haven't had this problem with, but the middle kid would go in there when she was a baby and hit the button on my UPS and shut all the power off.
Ah, learning to be a kid with the new, what you call it, technology, all the little lights and stuff you get to play with there, over.
Oh yeah, no, it's really interesting. This group of kids, they think everything's a touch screen. It's actually kind of funny and then also sad at the same time.
Yep, they touch something and nothing happens, huh?
Yeah, and then you have to teach them how to use a mouse.
Oh, a mouse used to be state-of-the-art, and that's easy to learn, over.
Oh, yeah, it used to be, but alrighty. Yeah, and I was hearing the LA guys a little bit through Mike's rig, so I'm assuming Mike's probably pointed down south, but we'll find out when he gets into the shack. So, okay, I am here. We are streaming. Good evening, YouTube. I'm going to go clean up my mess from dinner real quick, and I'll be back in here. K6USY.
Okay, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR.
Evening, Rob. KG6CEF.
Well, how you doing, Darryl? How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. It's gotten warmer around here. We've been watching the home below me take shape as they put the roof on, and we had a double wide moved in here below us.
Okay, well, you got somebody moving in. That's good to have a rental there. I know Mike is really enjoying your AC unit you gave him, over.
Oh, I'm glad. I would have had no use for that thing, and I knew that he could make use of it. Besides that, because he can run it on the solar panel, it doesn't cost him anything to run it.
Yep, that's true. He just has to have enough capacity, and he's figuring all that out right now, over.
Right, got it. Well, 3 minutes ago?
Yeah, I'm showing about 5. Hey, was that fire close to where you live? Over.
There was one that was kind of close. It was over in Indian Lakes.
Okay, yeah, I know it was close to Dave. He was saying not too far away. They were getting ready to move out.
Dave lives only like, I don't know, a block or something like that from the fire department that's over there. The Chickansee paid to have their own fire department over there.
Yep, I've been over to Dave's and seen that. Yep, it's a good spot, but there's only so much they can do sometimes. Over.
Yeah, exactly. No, they, from what I understand, they hit it with air attack and knocked it down. Nothing flat.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I think heard they said there was a bunch of lakes around there, and so the helicopters were busy, and I think they even got a plane in dropping some stuff. So they got right on it there, which I think Chickansee was glad and maybe had some influence on that. Over.
I wouldn't doubt it a bit. Wouldn't doubt it one little bit. They got more pull than anybody thinks, but it's all on the down low.
Yep, I guess that's okay. They're a big player in the area, so, you know, it's what it is. Over.
Hi there.
Yep. Well,
good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR. No whistle up tonight?
Mike,
yeah, what's that, Rob? What was the question?
Hey, you guys try and remember Sunday nights if you can. We don't have many check-ins on for our low tide radio.
Okay, there. I'll try to make a note on my log here so I remember that. I've been wondering, but sometimes Mike keeps me so busy I forget. But anyway, no, Mike, I was just asking. Good evening to you, K6NYC, KM6SR, and no whistle up.
Well, I did that earlier, but you weren't here.
Huh? Must have been a lot earlier. I've been here since I don't know, 7 something, 18 or 10.
Well, I was here at 6:45 when I whistled it up.
Ah, okay, getting cagey. All righty, carry on. I'll get out of the way.
No, it's okay. I don't know. I can't recognize the other voice you're talking to her, so I need some call signs. K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters, beaming south.
WB6 Chickansee.
Yeah, good evening, Dane.
Charlie Echo Fox, Mike, 982.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
AG6W1146.
Yeah, good evening, all. And good evening, Larry, working backwards. Brittany's in the background. Aaron, good evening. And let's see who else. I heard everybody in there. Good evening, Daryl. And, oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm missing one. Okay. I got everybody's numbers written down here anyway. Anyway, why am I missing that one? That just doesn't want to come up in my brain. I was looking, thinking we might have Kerry in here also, but I haven't heard him yet.
You might be missing Dane.
Dave, I didn't hear VBG.
I said Dane, D-A-N-E.
Oh, Dane, that's right, 107. I got you, Dane. I wrote you down, but I knew there was another one. You're in the wrong direction, Dane. I'm pointed south. My brain and my attention span is 180 degrees wide, and it doesn't go around to coarse gold. Anyway, good evening, all. And everybody's got good signals here so far. Take one quick, Dane, and I guess you're back home and recovered and everything's fine. And it was warm today. I didn't even get outside. I started to get on the phone looking for quotes for putting a roof on my barn here. I finally called 5 different people, but it took me like 4 hours to do this. I had all kinds of problems with phone numbers and getting phone numbers and making the phone numbers work and then leaving messages and on and on. In any case, there's a new rule out now from my place. If I use the house phone, every single number, even if it's my next-door neighbor, I have to use the 559 area code. I can't call anybody now without using the 559 area code. Well, I guess there's maybe a couple of spots. I didn't find anybody that worked without calling the 555 number. Well, that took a long time, and when you don't use the 559 number, a guy comes on the sign, and you're not authorized to make a call from this area code. Please call 1-800-AT&T, blah, blah, blah. And no, I'm not going to do that. So I spent quite a bit of time on the phone with Ponderosa customer service, and they were great people, as they always are, helping me find the phone numbers of these folks and sorting out all the problems. Anyway, that was my day, and the next thing we know, it turned on. It was 2:30 in the afternoon, and we just finished up the day organizing inside the house medicine cabinets and stuff like that. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see. So Dane, pick it up. I didn't mean to get on my soapbox there. Okay, WB7, WB6 JMP in the group, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. 7270 WB6JNP, course code 107, just to make it official. But yeah, well, I'm used to that. When we moved up here from
I got you, Mike.
California,
Roger.
but nobody used an area code was kind of amazing. Matter of fact, if you dialed it, half the time it would say you don't need to use an area code. So, I remember years and years ago, back as a kid, when we would be visiting in Indiana, people, for the most part, gave you 4 numbers, and that was it, because everybody had the same prefix. So it was just one of those things. So stepping from a place that had 5 area codes, UCLA, Harbor UCLA Medical Center, they had 5 different area codes, and you had to dial 1, because if you didn't dial 1, it didn't know that it was an area code. It would think that it was a prefix. So, the phone company does all these strange things, and still yet, it works. Anyway, K6MYC. And by the way, we were up at Shaver today, picked up the boat, brought the boat back home. As I'm driving back up here, I looked at the thermometer in the truck, and it said it was 106, and I thought, gee, 106, it was only 85 at Shaver.
Yeah, wasn't that a switch, huh? 20 degrees, holy cow, 21 degrees. I don't know, it was supposed to get to 106 today, so you must have got right where it was going. I didn't even, like I said, we didn't even go outside and read the temperature gauge, but it was warm. It was warm right from the get-go. We were out on the porch at 9 o'clock or so, and it was already too hot to sit out there. So the day before, it had been quite cool, and we stayed out there till almost 10 o'clock, and it was still crispy. But not today. Woo-hee! Tomorrow's even warmer. Okay, let's see. Let me go to the other end of the chain here for a second. Let's get Larry in here. Let's see if I can get this call right. Larry, I'm struggling with your call sign up to NA6W or KW6W. Pick it up, Larry, K6MYC.
Alpha Delta 6 Whiskey 1146. Okay, thank you, Mike. Yeah, we were up in the cabin for a week, and I got so relaxed that I'm trying to pull out of it. I went out to my shop today to do some work, and I sat down in my big recliner to think about it, and next thing I know, I woke up, it was 6 p.m., so having a tough time there. Anyway, other than that, things are fine.
Yeah, I did about the same thing. I came in and I was watching a little bit of Laura Ingraham. I got in just about half hour after she started, and I didn't remember when her program ended, and I woke up and I was halfway through Jesse Waters, who comes on after that. I watch Fox News, cable, or satellite TV. And those three, Laura Ingraham are first, and Jesse Waters, and then Hannity comes on, and he had Trump on they were at the rally in Pennsylvania with Trump today. So I was busy, but I slept through about 45 minutes of all that. and I was gone, man. I was asleep big time in the easy chair. All right, good to hear you, Larry. Thanks for being there, and thanks for checking in, and we'll look for you again, of course. Let's see, over to you, Daryl. KG6, what's the matter with my brain here? It went soft on me. KC6, Charlie Echo Fox, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike, and did she get my number, 982?
Yes, I got it.
Where's your partner?
Well, she's coming. We have a late dinner tonight with the boys. We're here, and Judy always feels obligated because they do such a good job cooking that she always feels like she has to clean up the kitchen afterwards. So she was in there trying to put the dishes in the dishwasher and stuff. She'll be out here after a bit.
Okay. All right. Well, nothing much to report here, except that it was hot. We stayed in the house most of the time. The wife works around. I can't wait till we get this semi-trailer moved up here so I can get all this junk that's in the house out of the house.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, that'll help give you some room and elbow room and give you something to do for a couple of days, too.
Oh, boy, you're not kidding.
How close were you to the fire?
Toolboxes are sitting in the entryway. They're going to go in there. I have an air compressor that's going to go in there. It's going to be nice once it's all done with.
Yeah, very good. I asked you a question, but you weren't done talking. I doubled with you. I said, how close were you? How close did the fire come to you?
Oh, not that close. It was over in Indian Lake. Got a lot closer to Dave than it did to me.
Yeah, that's what he said. It was about 600 yards from him, and he had been told to evacuate, and they were sitting in the driveway with everything packed up, ready to go, and they said, okay, we got it under control. I guess it only burned about 8 acres, but it was a thrill while it was going anyway. And anyway, they sure got it out quickly, which was really good. Okay, good to hear you. And did you buy a container? Is that what you bought to put on the property, or what did you actually get there?
No, the landlord has a 40-foot fifth wheel, a 40-foot van that, used to be in service as a freight hauler. And he just moved his house in down below. You haven't been here. Everybody else has been here, but you haven't been here. But anyway, it's down below, and it's going to get brought up here, and he's going to build himself a garage down below.
I see. Okay, very good.
Forward to it.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Okay, super. Well, hopefully that doesn't take too long to happen, but maybe it's best if it does happen next week. Temperature's supposed to drop into the 80s next week, so that'll be good.
Oh, it's going to be longer than that. He's got a lot of his own stuff going on before. Probably sometime this winter he'll do it. He's going to make it to where you don't have to go upstairs or anything. He's going to dig it down to where you walk right into it.
Yeah, okay, super. All righty. Rob, how are you doing this evening? KM6SRR, Judy just walked in, so we're getting up to speed here. KM6SR to take it, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
I think he ran downstairs.
Oh, I guess he did, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I know we got Aaron in here. Who am I missing beside Aaron and his wife? Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
I ran back upstairs.
Okay. Better take it then.
Okay, Aaron will get mad at me because I stepped on him. He's doing some busy work cleaning up after dinner there, he told me earlier. So anyway, yeah, I snuck down to eat there. I thought you were going to be talking to everybody. So not much going on here. I've been donating some free days to work trying to get things organized to pass on there. Over.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Thought that's what you've been doing the last 6 months.
Well, not that long, but yeah, for the last month or so I've been doing that. But, man, I had 37 and a half years of mess, so it takes a while to clean it up. Over.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Okay, very good. So Aaron's busy. Now, who am I missing on my list here? I put down some numbers, and I can't read the numbers. I see well, heck. There's the numbers, Judy. That's who we have so far.
There was Mike, 727, and Bill, 800 in there. Over.
I didn't hear Bill, so 800 has to go on there. Okay, go ahead anyway, Mike. You pick it up, 727, K6MYC.
Okay, K6MYC, WA6AAJ727. Good evening to all. Rob, Mike, and Bill I heard, Aaron I heard earlier. And that's it. All good on the Western Front. WA6AAJ.
Okay, good. Let's see if Bill's in here. I haven't heard you, Bill, yet. A6S in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger, Mikey. K6MYC, AA6S 800. Everybody's coming in here good, and pass on to Michael there that supposedly my other capacitor will be here Friday, so we'll see if it doesn't make it Friday or if I make it Saturday. Anyway, that's about it here. K6MYC, AA6S.
Okay, well, thanks for popping in here. I guess we'll miss you a couple of days, but it sounds like you've got a big thing going on there. We should look for getting over toward Ron here in a couple of minutes, but let me see if Ben's back. N6SWR. Ben, you might be sitting there listening to this chatter. Let me get it down to you and see if you're functional today with your hot weather down there. You're close to LA. I bet it got really hot today. N6SWR, K6MYC, in the 2-meter Bozo Net.
N6SWR, Bozo number 247. You're loud and clear in Bakersfield tonight.
Yeah, you're loud and clear too. Take one. And we looked for you desperately on 432, but even Bill in Visalia did not hear you, and I guess you didn't hear him. So seems to me feed line's either not open, it's an open feed line, or it's hooked to the wrong port on a radio or something going on there. You should be hearing signals from him. He's running 700 watts. He should be just crushing you down there. Anyway, good to hear you, Ben, and we missed you the last couple of days, but here you are. N6SWR, and then we'll all shoot it over and see if Rick is there, KB6RQU. N6SWR. Let me do this. Let me give it to Rob. He always wants to say hi to you, which he should do. And then you pick it up, and we'll get it over toward our KB6RQU. Go ahead, Rob.
Should be working, but we'll try it tomorrow night. N6SWR.
Okay. I guess you doubled with me. I didn't get anything, but we'll try tomorrow night. So I think you're talking about 432. Did you say you found a problem, or did you not find a problem?
No, I found the problem.
Oh, okay. What was it?
A bad connector.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it had to be something real massive, because you had no receive and no signal out either. Okay, good deal. And hopefully we'll have good signals from you tomorrow night. Look forward to that, Ben. Thank you. Go ahead, Rob. Rob's downstairs again. Never mind. Rob will catch up with you later if you're still here, Ben. The KB6RQU, Lake Isabella. Are you with us tonight, Rick, K6MYC? No, KB6RQU. How about KC5DTU? How about you, Kerry?
K6MYC, KC5DTU, present.
And what is your number?
712.
Okay, Judy's got 712 written down. Thank you. How are you doing? It's been a busy week. Not too much in earth-shattering stuff. I think a lot more happening on the backside of financial world and in that area, but not too much on the front side. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Get ready. I've been busy here, running around doing some things with Laura here, but I haven't forgot you, and I got a real doozy to give you, so I don't want to give it over there. I'll give you a twisted pair.
Yeah, well, we'll be here tonight if you want to do it tonight, and we'll be around tomorrow, but don't wait too long in the morning. I've got some people coming to give me quotes on my barn roof here. I'm trying to put a roof on this building that I'm sitting in right now, so I don't sit here with water dripping on me when it starts to rain. The roof is falling apart quickly here. Shingles flying off in every direction. So I got 5 people coming over the next couple of days, so call me early or call me tonight for a few minutes if you can stay up that late, Kerry. You're an old man. I know you have to get your beauty sleep. KC5DTU in the group, K6MYC.
K6ZKE704.
That intermittent power problem again, but I will do.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't catch anything but the intermittent power. That's when you came back. Everything else was not there. But we do have you, Terry, KK6ZKE704. Hang on a second. Let me just finish up with Kerry, and we'll get it right over to you. Kerry will probably, did you say maybe this evening?
Affirmative.
Okay, very good. We should be, well, you know, if you listen here, you'll know when we get out of here, but it's probably going to be around 8:30, 8:45. I should be back in the house by then. And if you call me on the cell, if I have to tell you hang on 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you'll understand. Thank you, Kerry. Good to hear you. And I'm glad that Laura is out and walking around now without nails sticking out of her toes. I'm sure she's a much happier camper now. KC5DTU, we'll see you in a little bit later, Kerry, and I look forward to the call. K6MYC, over to you, Terry.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and everybody. I'm just listening in and still trying to find information on my turntable.
Oh, okay. What is the turntable? What brand was it? Was it a known brand?
Yeah, one's a Dual 1219, and the other one is a Flynn Sondeck LP12.
Okay, what was the brand of the first one?
Dual, D-U-A-L.
I don't know either one of those brands. I'm sorry, but anyway, I had quite a few different turntables over the years between my mother. My mother collected records. She used to work at a record store, and my dad made enough money working for Lockheed, so she worked for music, sheet music, and also for 78 records. So she had thousands of those. Needless to say, we had a couple of pretty good turntables. Over.
Yeah, these were the thing to have back in the day, but the age has worn them out just setting.
Yeah, I'll bet it has. Okay. Well, I don't even think, I think maybe somewhere in my collection, somewhere in cabinets that I can't get into right now because they're packed in, Matt's got a lot of his stuff packed in front, some of my cabinets in the garage. I think I have at least one or two cases of LPs, but I don't know if I have any of those classic 78s left or not. You must have at least one record to play when you get these fixed, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I've got some of the stuff I bought when I was younger, you know, in the 60s and 70s, and evidently that's the thing to have now when I look online.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't doubt that you can find them, but they probably want an arm and a leg for that stuff, particularly if they're in a decent condition. The other thing that was always hard to find were needles for the arm. At one point in time, we were using cactus needles, and cactus needles worked pretty good. They took a little bit of an edge off the highs, so if you had a record that was really full of high-pitched sounds and ladies singing, it made them sound a little softer. I don't know if you ever got into that or not. Okay, very good, Terry. Let you go, and thanks very much for checking in here as always. Let's take a standby, see who else is in here tonight. I hope I haven't missed anybody, but I might have overlooked somebody, but not intentionally. So if I did, just pop back in if you have comment. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters, standing by for anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley.
226 is here.
Okay, 226. You know, I'll bet you that Judy doesn't even know what your call is.
The old Indian blanket, you mean?
Yeah, old Indian blanket, WA6OIB, the old Indian blanket. Good evening, Ken. Good to hear you, and nice and loud as always, of course. And it was good to hear you the other night on 222. Warm today, going to be warmer tomorrow. Over.
Yeah, WA6OIB is here. Yep, was quite warm, 105 here. Did my Meadow Lakes thing earlier today, and got that all taken care of. So. Yeah, just working on a few local things. I've got to go up to Esham Point tomorrow, outside of Visalia.
for my little radio station, so I got to go up to that transmitter tomorrow. Got some work up there to do, so keeping busy.
I know how it is. I was going to be on the roof today. We have one of our swamp coolers not putting out any water, or I don't think it's doing. I don't know whether it's the pump that pumps the water or whether there's clog in the system, but all we're getting out of the swamp cooler is warm air, which we don't need any more of. We got plenty of that outside. Anyway, so we've been running the air conditioner, and boy, has it ever eaten my batteries. I was down to 31% before I started the net here, so I went out and turned PG&E on, because I was probably going to pull it down to a point where it might be detrimental to the system if I get much below 20% of batteries. Anyway, PG&E is keeping me running at the moment here. We've had these cloudy, hazy days too, and I don't think we're charging quite as fast and as much as we should be. I'm desperately in need of some more solar panels now. I've got to buy some new ones, and I've been just holding. Frank's been sick, and I don't hear Frank in here tonight again. He had a tooth pulled a couple of days ago, but he must not still be feeling very good. No response yet, so I was hoping that I would see him tomorrow, but it doesn't look like we're going to, and then he won't be here Friday because that's his toilet day or pickup toilet day. So that's going to give him another day off. Unfortunately, things are piling up here that need his attention. I can do them, but it's better if the two of us do it together. All right. Good to hear you, Ken. Hope Gwen is doing good. You're all recovered from your trip now. Did I lose you?
No, I just listened to the guys in L.A. WA60IB 226, if you copy down there.
I don't hear him here.
Yeah, they're kind of weak tonight, but they are there. By the way, I forgot last Monday night. I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you that Ralph. I talked to Ralph, so I don't know if you got him on the net check-in on 220. I forgot to tell you when I got up here.
No, I did not check him in, so I'll have to drag out that log and have Judy write it in. I'll try to get that taken care of. Let's not forget that, Judy. On Monday night, I have another check-in for Monday nights that we did. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley? We're looking for KB6RQU. Rob, are you back here, Rob?
Roger, just climbed back up again. I figured running up twice was enough. So anyway, I think we stepped over Aaron there. He was waiting, but it takes a while for him to get his radio on. He doesn't instantly respond. Over.
Who was waiting?
K6USY.
Oh, I thought you said he was busy in the background working on some stuff, so I didn't send it to him.
No, Rob had wrong information.
Oh, wrong. Okay, go ahead, Aaron. Good to hear you. And then we'll take one more standby. Well, maybe, I don't know if Ben is still there, but Ben, I had Ben stand by for you, Rob, but you were downstairs, so when you get it again, you might try one more call for Rob there. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I only left the room for 2 minutes, and Rob thought I was gone forever. So it's like I've been sitting here the whole time. You just got to give me a chance. So, but I was gonna make a comment about you having to put in the 5590 to your phone numbers. I think that's due to the pending overlay that they're making for the 559 area code. We're getting a second area code, and they're going to make everybody do 10-digit dialing. They did the same thing in 209 a couple years ago, and really confused a lot of people.
Well, it is confusing. In fact, it was so confusing. I had the problem when I first started calling around for roofers, and finally I realized that I just had to call the 559 no matter what. And then later on, we got a notice. Judy uncovered a notice from them that had come in the last week or so, and we'd set it aside, but it said, explained the overlay in very non-clear format. The overlay was fine, but we couldn't figure out just exactly how it was going to be implemented. The overlay and all the new numbers, anybody new moving into the entire 559 area code, which is huge. Anybody new that comes in after about February something, this 2025, will be given a number that may be the same as your number, but it'll have a 357 prefix over it. And then so anybody new, but all the old numbers won't change. They stay the same at 559, but you will have to dial the area code regardless. What a pain in the butt. I asked the gal at Ponderosa Telephone Company, I said, is AT&T trying to put you out of business? He says, yeah, it's a real pain, isn't it? Anyway, you don't have to dial that number if you're dialing from a cell phone. Only occasionally do you have to use the area codes with the cell phone, but it is a situation with the home phones anyway. That's it. It's only for new people moving into the 559 area code where they have to give a new number. They simply figure by February 2025 they're going to be totally out of phone numbers under the 559. There won't be any numbers or prefixes or anything that they can issue. Over.
Yep, that's correct, and it's eventually going to affect the cell phones too. It's going in phases, but yeah, it's going to affect all lines in the 559 area code. And yeah, if you have a 559 number, you better hold on to it, because if you get rid of it, you're not getting a 559 number back after they run out of numbers. So it's it's going to be interesting, you know, because I remember when Fresno was 209 and they split the area code in half. But nope, now they just they have the technology to just do overlays, and yeah, I don't know. You go to like New York City and there's like 4 different area codes now, and people fight over what area code their phone number is in. So it's going to be interesting. KA6USY.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine it can be on the long term. On the short term, it's not going to be bad because you're only going to have to deal with new people coming in. But after a year or two, those new people are going to be old people. Older in terms of time being in the system and in the area, and then it can really get hairy. Anyway, okay, thanks for your confirmation that it's going to be a pain in the ass. We knew that, of course. Okay, who else do we have? Rob, you want to try Ben?
Sure. Ben, N6SWR, you still on? KM6SR, standing by.
Roger, you're loud and clear into Bakersfield as well.
Roger, Ben. Oh, I think I hear the LA guys coming in pretty loud too there, over.
Yeah, its propagation's been fairly good today.
Roger, good to hear you on there.
Thank you. Have a great evening. N6SWR.
Thank you, Ben.
And strong in Fresno too.
We'll look for you. I'll let you have it, Ken. I just want to tell Ben we'll look for him tomorrow. He found the problem on the 432. Rob and I talked about it. He had an open connector, a broken connector, or it was just a simple open. As much as I suspected, or I knew it had to be something really, really major like that. Not major in terms of repair, but major because it was no connection somewhere. Go ahead, Ken. WA60IB, go ahead.
AA6S, N6SWR. I heard you loud and clear tonight.
Okay, that was Bill. But no, WA60IB broke in and said hi, Ben, but I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I don't, maybe I misidentified him. I thought it was the guy out of Fresno. Anyway, that's what I heard, N6SWR.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing the LA guys, and they may be swamping you at Ken's place. They were very loud. They're not loud here. They're audible, but you're covering them. All right, Ben, 7-3, and we'll look for you for sure for 432 tomorrow night, 7:30. I'll start with you. I will start with you at 7:30, so don't be too late or we'll be skipping over you, over. Okay, let's try anybody else before we go to a Atascadero, okay? 6MYC.
Hey, Mike, got a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're talking about needing more solar panels. I think I'm going to need some more also in order to get the maximum usage out of what I got. And they're not willing to wheel and deal at all on anything, so I think the best thing, I'm going to have to buy a full pallet, but I don't need that many. I need about half a pallet. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, that might work well for me. I could get a pallet or a half pallet anyway. Split a pallet with you and see how that works initially. I'll kick it around with Frank. You got, how many did you get? I thought you got 40.
Yeah, I got 62, 2 pallets of 31. They're Aptos bifacial. Over.
Yeah, but you shouldn't need any more than that.
Well, it doesn't give me the full wattage that the charge controllers can accept. Over.
Oh, yeah, but you won't need that much to charge up your batteries. Over.
Well, in the wintertime, I don't know.
Well, I can almost guarantee you're not going to have a problem. I have 42 panels, and mine almost keep up with it in the wintertime. And they're only 160 watts, so you've got 3 times that power and twice as many almost. So I can't imagine you're going to have a problem with the batteries that you got. You have 12 batteries, right?
Yep, roger on that. I've also got to add to my system for the well because it's on a separate meter, different service. Over.
Yeah, understand. Okay, well, let's talk about it. You're not going to do anything for the next few days, right?
Yeah, no. I'm not going to do anything right away. I got plenty of time there. It's going to take me almost probably till Christmas to get all this stuff in. Over.
Okay. All right, well, we'll kick it around with Frank, and I've got several expenses that are hitting me all at once here, so I'm trying to gauge when I can do it and when I can do it. I've got a new roof that has to go on the barn. I'm waiting for the quotes on that to see how bad that's going to hit me, and a couple of other things. Anyway, we'll be able to do something here relatively quickly. Okay, let's see. Anybody else before we go to Atascadero? This is K6MYC and the 2-meter Bozo Net beaming up and down the San Joaquin Valley. Nothing heard. Let's go to Atascadero. W6 QUI coming your way now, Ron. W6 QUI, K6MYC in the Bozo Net. Over. Okay, sometimes Ron isn't there on the Wednesdays. W6 QUI, and I don't know, Mike, do you want to, I haven't heard AA6S lately. I've heard his call mentioned a couple of times, but I'm not hearing him. So I don't know whether he's over that way. I normally hear him on this band. WA6AAJ, why don't you give QUI a call?
Hey, Mike, I heard Ken in there, N6KTH, over.
Oh, okay, good. I thought I heard a little voice in there. N6KTH. Good to hear you, Ken. I forgot your number. Looks like Rob is hearing you better than I am. So give us your Bozo number, Ken. Over.
Over, Mike.
I didn't get it.
Okay, you said 967. Over.
Roger, I heard it, but you just faded into the noise just as you said it, Ken. And congratulations on being heard all the way up into DM09. I guess you and Richard have been texting or emailing back and forth. So you, at least your information that you were heard up there has gotten to you, and I'm sure that's going to boost up your confidence. And anything you can do to make a bigger signal when the contest comes, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after this one, will be the contest weekend, and we hope to hear you on quite regularly on this band and maybe a few others. N6KTH, K6MYC, over. He just said something very quickly and stopped, but I didn't get it, Rob, did you?
Yeah, Roger, you say QSY, but that's usually changing stations, so I'm not sure.
He's going to QSY?
Yes.
Maybe he's got another net or something. Okay, 7-3, Ken, if you're still listening there. W6QUY, last call, KN6EIV. How about you, Eric?
Whiskey 2, Whiskey Radio X-ray.
W2W, go ahead.
W2WRX, aloha.
Oh, aloha, up there off the back of the beam. Good evening, Carl. Give us your Bozo number, if you would, Carl.
Yes, Mike, 294.
Roger, she's got it. Judy's got your number. Okay, thanks, Carl. How are you doing up there? You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy, Mike, and I think I better come back here and check in. So anyway, thank you, Mike, for letting me do QSO there. Aloha.
Yeah, aloha. And have a Mai Tai on me, Carl. Good to hear you. Try to be in here a little bit more frequently so I remember your name. Hi. Good evening, Carl. Always good to hear you from up that way. Aloha, mi amigo.
Will do there, Mike. Will do. W2WRX.
Okay. I don't hear Atascadero or anything, so I'm going to go right on up to Santa Cruz. I don't think we're going to hear Monterey anymore, but that remains to be seen. He's moving to Arizona very quickly. That's WA6LIE is moving to Arizona. But he said he's going to continue to check in through his remote base in Monterey, but likely the signals have been really poor. So I'm going to need some new ears. Ken, if you're listening, you might put the ears over there on Monterey as well. So here we go to Monterey. Just a second. Get the right numbers in here.
Hey, Mike, John 711 was in there.
Okay, 6MI.
Roger, John, we got you. Good evening to you. How are you over there?
Oh, good. Been chasing the Sable Island. Their last day of the expedition.
Drifted off. I heard you're chasing Sable Island and you faded into the noise, so I lost the rest of it unless you stopped. I don't know, John. I have a little noise when I pointed toward Monterey, so that came up, and at the same time you faded. K6 Mexico, Italy, K6 MYC. Give me a little more signal.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking the beam around. We moved way down and then moved through. So that's okay. The Sable Island, the expedition will be over the last day. And it's on that one.
Aaron, I can't copy, John. Maybe you could relay.
KM6SR, really?
Go ahead, relay.
Yeah, John was saying that today's the last day for that de-exposition over there. So he says he's been having fun working with him. Over.
Oh yeah, I bet he is. Okay, well, good. They've done a pretty good job over it, from what I understand. A lot of people have caught him on a lot of different bands. So that's cool. Okay, John. Well, I just couldn't copy your last transmission at all. You did not rotate the antenna apparently, and you were in the noise the whole time. So, unfortunately, I couldn't copy. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Good evening to you, John, and we'll see you tomorrow. K6 Mexico, Italy, K6 MYC, looking for WA6LIE, WA6LIE, remote base. Are you there, Scott? Okay, probably not. He must be in the middle of the move or getting ready to move or something. Let me go up and get Tom. KW6S, Tom, it's yours. K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to get around our way.
Yeah, we're running a little slow tonight. Just I can't get myself going here. Anyway, good to hear you. Yeah, I did not hear anything from Scott. Did you understand that he's moving to Arizona very quickly?
You know, I don't know when that move was happening. There was some sort of a get-together a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if that was like as he was riding out of town or what. I've kind of lost track of him.
Yeah, I don't know either. This is so unexpected. Usually you can't. He must be living fast and loose there, because if I wanted to move to Arizona or some other place, I would take a 2-year hiatus, and then sometime in that 2-year period I might get off. Over.
Yeah, well, I think he had several situations that were pushing for the move, so yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him on 6-meter FT8 either, and he's been kind of a regular there.
Yeah, well, he's got two stations. You know, he's got a home QTH where he had a quad array up, or a quad antenna. So it's a pretty big antenna to get down. I don't know if he's just driven off and left that, or taken it down, or what he's doing. Anyway, quite a quick transformation for him, but I'm sure we'll get caught up with all that as time goes on. Thanks for your check-in here tonight. We should check and see if Lee is here. AF6 United, K6MYC. How about it, Lee?
AF6 United here, K6MYC, AF6 United, Bozo 1098, the countdown Bozo.
Yeah, there you are. Good deal. And 2 nights in a row. I can't believe it.
Well, I'm finally coming back to life. How's that?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. And is the 432 quad or Quaggy going to work tomorrow, or you not have that up yet?
Unfortunately, no. I don't think I'm going to be on 432 tomorrow night. But from what I understand with Scott, I think that it was kind of a forced march out of town. I think he got evicted out of his house because the landlord wanted to raise the rent. Excuse me. And yeah, so it wasn't quite a very long and contemplated kind of situation. And yeah, I mean, he was giving away a lot of equipment towards the end and stuff like that. Yeah, it was probably not a good thing in the long run. And yeah, I think that right now, I think he's supposed to be out sometime by today or tomorrow or something like that. So I think that he's probably got the wagon hitched up and pretty much heading out of town.
Okay, well, thanks for that update. I didn't know anything about the eviction or anything. That's a shame, but I think he was pretty well fed up with California anyway, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Over.
Yeah, I think that's true too, because yeah, I mean, there's just been, well, I'm going to get off my high horse.
Oh, you don't have to get off. You can sit up there and just pretend like you're going to tell us what you really think. Listen, what the hell was I going to say? Something about his situation there. Well, it's slipped away. Anyway, we hope that he'll continue to try and check in through the remote base. I think he still has that facility either leased or given to him by somebody. So I think the remote base may continue to function. That'd be good. Anyway, hopefully his trip down to the new location, if he must have one by now, sounds like this has been going on. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I wonder if any of this stress led to his stroke, or was his stroke before all this? Over.
Well, I haven't heard any of those kind of details. I don't know him closely. I just, you know, there's a Loma Pioneer group out here which has a repeater system up on Loma Prieta, and I know he's been a big part of that. I think he's a trustee up there, and yeah, he's definitely been a very big part of that for a long time. And so they had a barbecue up there. I think their annual barbecue was like a week or two ago. And although I didn't make it this year, it was a big event this year, and yeah, they raised some funds for him, and you know, it was definitely a sayonara, or yeah, 7-3 and happy sales kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, well, thanks for all that. That's real good for information, keeping in the back of my head as far as the motivation and all the rest of it there. All right, very good. Let me shoot it back to Tom. Tom, you can put the ribbons on it there. Good to hear you. And sorry we won't catch you on 432, but maybe next week, Lee. AF6 United over to KW6S again, K6MYC, 610. Did you get 610 in? KW6S, Judy?
Oh, boy, I screwed up. I was supposed to say 610, and I didn't do it tonight. I'll do better. KW6S, 610.
Yeah, shame on you, little boy. You should know better. You've been doing this more than a week now, haven't you?
Well, not too much longer than that, where I'm have to remember to give the number.
It's Mikey poking you with a pointy stick here.
Well, yeah, I try to follow the scheme of things, but you know, I've been kind of led astray with my laps in training here. But yeah, well, I will be here tomorrow night, and I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be here tomorrow night, and we'll carry on from there. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good, Tom. We'll look for you tomorrow night. You'll have to fill in for Lee, but well, I'm sure you can handle it. Good deal. Thank you very much again for coming in and being such a regular here, Tom. I was giving you a bad time there about being inexperienced. I know you've had at least a week's worth of training here. Just about as much training as that Secret Service group got that were trained with a webinar that didn't work to protect Trump. Did you hear about that?
No, but I kind of was seeing the writing on the wall fairly early on that they didn't really know what they were doing.
Yeah, there was a bunch of agents that were brought in out of some other area. The people that were tracking down perverts and things. They're not trained to protect the president or anything, but home invasions and stuff.
No.
Home what?
What is it?
I don't know.
Home security. I mean, never mind.
Okay. Anyway, they weren't trained to be protecting the president, and they gave them a 2-hour webinar so they could bring him up to speed, and half the time the webinar didn't work, the audio was screwed up, and they still told them to go out there and protect the president, and they didn't have a clue what they were doing, you know, other than just common sense.
And as we say, that's not so common anymore.
All of a sudden, my air conditioning just quit here. Well, we'll have to move along. It's running. The fan's on, Judy. It's running. It's got power. It's got power. The fan's running. The compressor just quit.
I'm sorry, Mike. I jinxed it. I was talking good things about it to Daryl earlier, KM6SRR.
I didn't turn it to you, Rob.
I said I jinxed it by talking about it to Daryl earlier. Over.
Oh, you jinxed the air conditioning. Okay, well, I'm going to shut it off here just a second and reset it. I had my head in front of it, and all of a sudden the lights blinked a little bit, and all of a sudden it just quit making cold air. Anyway, I'm sure it'll recover.
Your hand in front of it, you're telling it to stop. Over.
It has might have a time thing in it, and I turned it on about 6:45. It might be an hour quarter to 8, quarter to 9. Might be 2 hours now. I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it again in a second. Let me go on up into the Bay Area and see who else we have up there. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area.
N5MPD 1129.
WB6 JNN 285.
Okay, got 2 of you. 1129, got you, Brett, and I heard 285, WB6JNN. Good evening, Jim, nice signal. Move the antenna a little bit, so I may have lost it here a little bit. Let me just see where I'm pointing. What does that say, Judy?
285.
Okay, well, 285 is perfect, I think, for those guys. Okay, let me shoot it to you, Brett, quickly, and then we'll get Jim and the others in here and see if we can get moving along here.
Yeah, very good. Good evening, Mike and Judy. N5MPD 1129. Like I said before, I'm sure you got it already, but yeah, I'm just sitting here getting ready to roll the evening up and go inside, so I want to say hi really quick, and I'll be around tomorrow for the 70-centimeter one as well. So anyhow, the air was dirty today. It's horrible. So anyhow, my voice is rough. Back over to you.
Okay. Well, the fan comes on the air conditioner, but no cool air is coming out. I just turned it back on. It's still not running. Oh, boy. Well, luckily, we don't have a net in here tomorrow night. If we can get through tonight, we'll be in good shape. All right. Anyway, good evening to you, Brett. Thanks for being there, as always. Let me get it over to you, Jim. WB6JNN, East San Jose, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JNN. Well, sort of a lazy day today. Sort of hot outside, so I didn't do too much out there. And I'm about to take a walk with my daughter out when she gets finished with her class tonight. She's teaching online. So I'm not sure when that's going to be, 8:30 or 9. Anyway, she needs somebody to go with her. Start. And just transferring files from my main 5-terabyte drive over to a new 5-terabyte drive to get them off the main drive onto a separate drive so they can have room on the main drive. Always that way when you're doing astrophotography or anything with pictures. So they take up a lot of room. That's what I'm trying to say. WB6JNN.
Okay. Missed a little bit of that. No fault of yours. Hey, good evening to you, Jim, and thanks for checking in as always. Good to hear you. We'll look for you tomorrow, of course, on 432. We're a little bit distracted this evening with the air conditioning not working. Oh, maybe it's starting to cool now. Maybe not. It's trying. I don't know if it's trying to cool or not. Maybe I'm just getting numb. Anyway, thanks, Jim, and appreciate your check-in as always. Let's see, who else do we have in the Bay Area? Bozo Net, 2 meters. Bay Area, K6MYC. Check-ins, please.
KB6 WFC.
WB6 WNI 1090.
Okay, 1090. We hear you, Gary. 1090, and we also heard 776. Let me get it over to you, Mike. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Go ahead, Mike.
K6MYC, KB6 WSC 775. Good evening, Mike. Not much to report here, but I am in the Bay Area, so I am on the radio. This is good.
Yes, you are in the on the radio, and you're sounding pretty good tonight. Boy, last night was weird. You'd come in real good for about 10 seconds, and then you just go out. QSB was very deep and very, very rapid last night. But tonight's a very solid copy. And I guess you've been around. Oh, here it comes. All of a sudden the air conditioner recovered and it's coming back on again. So I guess we're okay. Nothing broke. It must have just been taking a little hiatus, a little rest. It's warm in here. Okay, back to you, Mike, for anything exciting in your area, and then we'll let you go and see get over to Gary there. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Daly City, K6MYC.
No, everything's good here, Mike. We can talk another time, but go ahead, get on with the net. I want to hear what Kerry has to say. KB6WSC.
All righty, 7-3 then, Mike. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in here. And it sounds like the band's in good shape for at least tonight for you guys. You over there in Daly City, anyway. All right, Gary, I should be pretty close to you. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
K6MYC, WB6WNI. Mike, you're coming in S8, S9, so good signal. I could hear the guy in Daly City, so the band is really nice tonight. I don't have much to add, especially since your air conditioner is going in and out, but I want to give you a number. I heard 775. I did call you on the 6-meter net, not any luck, but I called you. But I was very impressed when 775 was calling from on top of the Golden, well, you know, on the Golden Gate Bridge, mobile. And he came in really well. Unfortunately, I guess he didn't get down to you in Fresno, but, you know, it's funny how 6 meters is. If you're in the right place, great. If not, well, not so great. Anyway, Mike, not much else to report, so I'll turn it back to you. K6MYC, WB6WNI, 1090.
Thank you, Gary. Well, I didn't know Mike had been trying to call in one day from the Golden Gate Bridge. What day was that? Last week sometime?
Oh, actually, it was only on Monday. Around, I guess, Monday around 9:10, very, very close to when you close the net down. And I did not go to YouTube. I want to listen to YouTube, but I have not got a chance. So it was Monday very close to when you close the net.
Okay, well, I guess I did not hear him. I guess I did not hear you, Mike, on the Golden Gate Bridge there, Mobile. Chances are you were vertically polarized, Mike. Are you still on frequency? Were you vertical on the bridge?
Roger. It was the San Francisco Bay Bridge, and yeah, it's a vertical. It's just antenna tuner on a CB whip, 8-foot whip.
Yeah, okay. Well, probably the problem was not the power. It was that we were cross-polarized. I don't think I heard you. But if I can dig up that log, and I've got to make an addition to the 220 log, so the 6-meter log might be right next to it. So I'll try to remember to get you checked in there for that. Thanks for the update, Mike. And thank you, Gary. Good evening to you both, and we'll see who else is left here in the Bay Area. Bay Area. How about Stan, AB6SR? Stan, are you around? No, Stan, WA6AXX, Ed? KT2G, Mark? K6KLY? KD6SOK? How much more do I have to embarrass myself here? Okay. That's it for the Bay Area, I guess. All 4 of you. Good to hear you guys anyway. Thanks much. And I guess it won't be long and we'll have our mainstay back in here. W6PQL, from what I understand, is packing up. And if not already packed up, he might be on his way back. So we'll probably hear his melodious tones in here very shortly. So that'll be good. And we'll have one more person to check in out of the Bay Area. Hi. One last call for the Bay Area. Bozo Net 2 meters. Anybody else? K6MYC. Okay, right on up to N6RO. What was it? 229. What was the number again? Give us the call and the number a couple of times. You're very light. Oh, there you are, 336 in Clear Lake, N1PPP. Clear Lake finally coming in where we can hear you, Dave. And we'll also write in your buddy there, 160 KA6OSX. We'll get him in here as well. Good to hear you, Dave. Hopefully you had a good weekend over the last few days. N1 Papa K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. I really enjoyed myself. Had fun.
Oh, very good. I take it Kent was in here earlier? I take it Kent was in here earlier? Wow, you just dropped out.
Kent was in here earlier.
Boy, the band is in and out like mad here. You just dropped right out.
He said Kent was in there.
Okay, yeah, we assumed that. He just went right out on me. Okay. Well, I'm looking for N6 Radio Oscar. He should be around here somewhere, but he may be in the middle of a Zoom meeting or something. N6RO, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6 Rancho Oakley. Bozo 835 for Judy, and high temperature 100. Dinner was filet mignon with broccoli, carrots, onions, mushrooms. And I think that's all I got to report. I'm enjoying the tennis open, U.S. Open in New York. N6RO.
Okay, N6 Rancho Oakley. I like that. November 6th, Rancho Oakley. You know, we named this place Rancho Acero. You know what acero is in Spanish?
No.
It's steel. We grow a lot of steel things here. They're called towers. This is Rancho Acero that we have, over.
Oh, I could use that too.
I'll bet you could. Of course, it doesn't fit my call sign like yours does. But Rancho Oakley, I like it. Rancho Acero is where we live here. I have a big sign in the front of on the driveway boards. It was made many years ago, and it's up there. Rancho Acero. I've had very few people ever comment on the sign because I don't know how many people know what it means. But since my last name is Stahl, S-T-A-A-L, which is the word for steel in Danish, it's very fitting, over.
Yeah. Does that word Acero start with an O or an A?
Acero, A-C-E-R-O.
Oh, okay. If I was N6RA, I could use it.
Yeah, there you go.
He was a good friend of mine. He passed away.
Who was it?
N6RA.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the call. I don't think I knew him, but the call rings a bell. What was his name?
Tom Gallagher. He is a founding member of, along with me and 14 other guys, a founding member of NCCC.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we crossed paths somewhere along the line, but I don't think I ever met him. I'm trying to think of the other guy that was very active. I don't know whether he's still alive. He was good friends of the guy that started for heaven's sakes, I'm mental blanking here. Anyway, he was in the eastern part of Oakland there. He used to check in on this band, but he was a very big HF guy.
Yeah, who was that?
I'm trying to remember the call. I can't bring it up. He was very good friends with the guy that started that first herbal earth-friendly thing. What was it called? Gosh darn it. He became very wealthy, and he moved down to Palos Verdes and has a big station down there. You know who I'm talking about.
Lee Shackley?
Yeah, Lee Shackley. I just couldn't bring the name up. Yeah. This guy was a good friend of Lee Shackley's. So was Don Schleicher. Don Schleicher was his financial guy for Lee. Don Schleicher, of course, moved to Texas in Austin and passed away 3 or 4 years ago. He was standing in the kitchen doing dishes with his wife and had a massive heart attack, and he was gone, over.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I remember Don. He used to be in Pinole or some East Bay town.
Oh, yeah, no, he was very active, for sure. But Don Sleeser and this other fellow, I can't remember his name, and Lee Shackley. Well, Lee wasn't on the air very much. You know, he had a great station, but he was always letting other people operate. Anyway, it brought back some memories when you mentioned RA. All right, let you go. Catch up with you tomorrow on 432 with your big band. N6RO, Radio Oakley, Rancho Oakley, K6MYC.
Well, as big a band as I can be. On those high frequencies. See you later, N6RO.
Good evening. Anybody else before I go to Sacramento? I missed it. You caught just the tail end of it there. I just caught the tail end of it as you were starting to come up out of the noise. K6MYC, try it again, please, over.
California, Charlie Mike 98, Charlie Mike 98, Bozo Net.
Yeah, I'm getting Charlie Mike 98. Do you have a Bozo number, and could you give us your Bozo number and your call sign again? I just finally got you sort of tuned in. And tell us where you're located.
K6QR.
What is it?
Echo Lima, Tango Oscar, November, Hamilton, Delta, Kilo, Echo, 6, Quebec, Romeo, Portable, in Hamilton, California, Bozo 177, Bozo 177.
You get it, Mike?
No, I didn't get the Bozo 102 something.
177. He's portable in Isleton.
Okay, and what was the Bozo number again?
177.
Oh, 107. Oh, KE6QR. Okay, I know Gary. I just couldn't get enough for the call. KE6. Yeah, I think it's KE6QR, Gary. 177. We got you, Gary. Over.
Roger, I'm using two of your attached to a
Well, I just got the antenna back toward Isleton, so this should be better for you. Try it again. Boy, you're just on the edge. I got some solar noise, some solar generator noise in here on this direction, Gary, and that's why we missed you. But we got you all okay. You're logged in, and thanks for checking in from Isleton there. KE6QR 177, K6MIC 73.
Yeah, okay, Gary. He's using a couple HO loops on a step ladder.
You got massive flutter on you, Ken. Speak very slowly and I can copy, but when you speak fast, it's just all garbaged with the flutter. You can probably hear it on me.
Yeah, it's a slow, rapid flutter. Yeah, Gary's using, I think, a pair of HO loops on a step ladder, and he's getting ready for the contest.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, hopefully he'll get them higher. But we'll be able to work him in the contest, but hopefully he'll get them a little bit higher. Thank you, Gary. Thanks very much, and thanks for the relay, Ken, over.
Yeah, fine. Oh, the good news is Hector is arriving next week to do all sorts of work here. Probably keep him busy for a week. See you tomorrow.
Oh, well, good. We'll have to keep up with all of Hector's exploits on your towers and so on there. Sounds good. Somebody else in the area was waiting for Hector. I don't know whether they still have that scheduled or not, but I remember somebody was wanting Hector to do some work for him. But I haven't heard anything about it for months, so it's kind of slipped away. Anyway, good luck with that. Say hi to Hector for us. Give him my best wishes. And hopefully, I know his mother, I think, passed away, didn't she?
I believe so. I'm expecting an email tonight with details, exactly when it's going to show up. And when I know that, I'll let you know. And I'm sure he's got several people in the Bay Area lined up for work. That's the way he does it.
Yeah, well, that'd be good. Hopefully he'll get a lot of people taken care of, and a lot of stations will be improved because of Hector's skilled hands and his team there. Thanks for that, Ken. N6RO, K6MYC, back towards Sacramento.
Hector 5-6.
KJ6KFB, was that you, Daryl?
Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
Yeah, good evening, Darren. I said Daryl, but I meant Darren. We have a Daryl here in the local area, and I always get to start the word and it doesn't come out right all the time. Anyway, you're sounding very strong tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do we mean flutter? Nice clear contact tonight. Can't complain. Any rate, I'll let you move along there, Mike, and have a wonderful week. Might check in tomorrow. You never can tell. KJ6, KFB.
Well, we'll be looking for you smashing 20 watts tomorrow for sure, over.
Well, we'll see if we can make it.
Okay, that'd be terrific. Good to hear you. I haven't heard you for 3 or 4 days. I know you've got different busynesses, and of course that weekend, the 3-day weekend, had everybody screwed up. We had very funny check-in counts. All the counts were way down. The participation in the nets was not gone completely, but it was very thin. Over.
Oh yeah, and here I go back to work. They're already chasing after me. Catch you later, Mike. KJ6, KFB.
Yeah, how about your partner in crime over there, KO6KD? I guess he's back. I worked him on 222 last night, or night before last. Let's see, Bill, I wonder if you're there. KO6KD with a group, K6MYC.
Oh, yeah, just sitting here checking things out and listening. Amazed at how strong the signals are tonight. Hearing you quite well, Mike. K6MYC in the Bozo. This is KO6KD, number 776.
Okay, Judy got it right, Judy? Yep, she got it. Thank you. 776. Good evening, Bill. And yeah, you're sounding back to your normal strong self again. Very, very good signal here tonight. But Darren's got a great signal too, but you're just pounding in here. Over.
Oh, anytime I could have a stronger signal than Darren, then it's got to be a good day. Anyway, John's out here waiting in the wings as well. I don't know about any of the fellows further up north. I haven't heard Dan or Jeff in a while, but I hope they're doing well, and the other fellows in the area. But I'll say good evening to you and let you move on and pick up John, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow on the 432 net.
Yeah, maybe on 2 meters. I mean, on 40 meters. Also, I missed it too badly this morning. I woke up and I looked over, and Judy was there getting ready to go get some coffee, and I said, "What time is it, Judy?" And she said, "Well, it's 8:30." Well, I said, "I guess I blew the hell out of that, didn't I?"
Not totally. Day before, what was it? It was Tuesday, yeah. Bob was there, and Phil was there, and they were very nice, and we had a very nice conversation for the better part of 45 minutes. And I had a chance to go AB on the 2 radios here, and while the audio was very similar, one thing that they even with the wattage turned down, the output turned down on the 7700, they said it's amazing that the 7700, even at 100 watts, was 10 dB stronger at both their locations than the 7610. So I'm actually beginning to wonder if what do I got to do now? Send this thing up to ICOM to have it worked on?
Yeah, something. Boy, that doesn't sound right at all. It always, you got the feeling right off the get-go that it was thin in the audio department, and its voice peaks are probably there. And if you go key down, it's probably there, but it just doesn't seem to have the body in the audio that you have with the 7700. Clearly, the 7700 is perfect for your voice, and that's probably part of it. But I'm sure that the 7610 could be brought up to the same parameters, but you just haven't twisted the right knobs yet. Anyway, you're sounding good tonight. Did John tell you how good his 1296 system is working?
Yes, he did. And I think I'm more happy than he is that after all he's gone through the last couple of years to finally start reaping the rewards of a job, a big, long job, very well done. I am so pleased to hear that he's having the success that he is. Over.
Yeah, good. I said the same thing. That finally it was worth all the effort. I know he went through a lot with the tower and getting the tower and getting Frank up there to help him with the tower and yada 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 and all the other stuff that he did, and the manipulation he had to do to get that up with the trees and the wife and all the other little things that could plague you. So it's really a good signal, and he was quite Q5 most of the time. I don't think we ever missed a word, but he had some fading, of course, as we expected on 1296. But at times he was armchair, like in the shack here. So a huge difference with all the things he's done. Thanks, Bill, and I'll do my best tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens. We've been sleeping funny because my air conditioning or my swamp cooler went out 2 days ago. And so we've been sleeping with the air conditioning on, and I don't think Judy or I or either one of us are sleeping all that well. So I didn't even wake up this morning until, like I said, about 8:30 before we even rolled over and opened your eyes to see that there was sunlight out there. But I had a rough night, in and out, not quite feeling comfortable, not quite feeling warm enough or too warm or whatever. The air conditioning does a real good job, but I wasn't used to it. It cools the room 3 or 4 degrees better because there's vents all over in my bedroom for the air conditioning, where there's only one vent for the swamp cooler. So we don't get the cooling, but we like the swamp cooler air better. The air conditioning is very dry, and Judy and I both woke up with very stuffy noses because it's so dry. Anyway, that part of that probably contributed to my sleep in. We'll try to do better tomorrow. 7-3 for now, Bill, and we'll see a worst case tomorrow on 432. KO6KD, K6MYC up to KR6MR.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and the crew. K6MYC, this is KR6MR, Bozo 759 in Meadow Vista. Are you peak on me now? Over.
Well, you were probably better copy on 1296 yesterday. You're not bad now, but I may not have the antenna quite on you. I had booming signals from Bill. Sometimes when Bill's strong, then you're not as strong. Other times you get stronger than Bill. But tonight it's you're a little weaker than Bill. You're Q5, but not bodacious here. KR6MR 759, K6MYC. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, last night's contact was very, very pleasing. I was happy, as Bill said, to reap the rewards, whatever the rewards are. My wife doesn't fully comprehend what I went through to get all this to work.
Yeah, well, I could read between the lines on some of that. I kind of knew what you were putting up with, but congratulations again. And you just have to, sometimes you just have to put your head down and keep boring ahead. You know where you want to get to, and you just got to keep working until you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you certainly got there on 1296 now. Over.
Yeah, I sure did. I don't think I've got anything else to add on to the system for a while. I think that's going to be good, and I'll look for you tomorrow night on 432.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be good there as well. You certainly got 1296 down pat. All right, John, let you go. I don't know who else is in here, but let me just see. I got to check for Reading. Yeah, Reading, boys. Reading. Charlie, November 80. Are you guys in there this evening? Let me move the antenna back just a tad. Reading, KD6SW or KO6HS, K6MYC, over.
Okay, well, reporting as ordered, KD6 shortwave, number 145 here in Reading. Good evening.
Oh, good evening, and pretty good copy. Judy copied it right out of the speaker, no problem at all. Good evening, Rich. And boy, it was about 106 here today. How are your temperatures? Over.
I think officially it was probably not quite 106. In town, I think it was about 103 or 104. I'm usually a couple of 3 degrees cooler up here. I'm out of town about 10 miles or so up in the mountains, so that kind of takes care of that. Anyway, last time I checked, it was like 81 degrees here right now. Unfortunately, you got a few more days of this hot stuff. Over.
Yeah, just a few more. I think we're seeing kind of the last of it here. We've got one more day tomorrow. It's supposed to be 106, 107, 108, 109 here tomorrow, something like that. And then it's starting to wind down. And next week, through the weekend, I think it's supposed to get down into the 80s, which we won't even know what to do. We have to drag out the long underwear. Over.
That's really going to be the case for sure. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to get down into the cooler range there tomorrow. That's high pressure system is moving east, and looks like might be right on the horizon here.
Well, I just lost Rich. He just went right down to the noise. Ken, WA60IB, are you still here? Ken checked in, checked out. I guess he had to go eat or something. Okay, let's see if I can hear Jerry. Sometimes, Jerry, when Rich is weak, you're pounding in like the other day. KO6HS, K6MYC. Jerry, go ahead. Nothing from Jerry. Nothing from you yet, Jerry. Let me see if I got Rich in here. Rich, I don't know if something failed or what happened, but you just went right down and never came back. Very odd that would go that good and then that bad. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 Sopping Wet, KD6 Sure Whiskey, K6MYC, calling and listening again. Over. I hear you, Rich, but it's just gone completely. Boy, the band just took a big dive. It's probably because of the time of day. We're just into darkness here, complete darkness now, and I think the band is just not settled out yet. Anyway, 73s, I'm going to take another standby for Jerry, but I did not hear a peep. I did not hear a peep from Jerry. We'll try one more time when we come back from Nevada to see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, KO6HS. Jerry, if you're there, pick it up. K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. How about others? How about KE6ILX or AJ6 Queen Lima, KN6RZJ, and KW6T? Anybody else in the Sacramento area?
Bozo 410, KW6T.
Oh, very good. Hi, Russ. Boy, golly, once every 2 weeks, whether we need you or not, huh?
Oh yeah, we were out of town last week. We went up to the North Coast and hung out up there, so no possibilities. But anyway, no, we're having a good time here. I got the grandkids for a few days, so it was kind of amazing. I had some time to actually get on the radio tonight. They just were watching TV, and all of a sudden they both went to sleep. Anyway, Mike, it's good to hear you, and I plan to be here. Not really going anywhere for the foreseeable future, anyway.
Oh, very good. Well, you must feel good that it's nice to be noticed that you were missed. Over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was good to hear the call sign. So anyway, all right, well, I'll let you get back to Net and go over to Nevada and come back and whatever you're going to do. Or actually, yeah, maybe George or maybe some of the other guys are in there. So I'll say 73, let's get back to Net. K6NYC, here's KW60 Bozo 410. I'm clear and listening.
Okay, well, thanks, Russ. And, of course, big booming signal, very nice audio. You always have that nice, bassy, easy-to-copy audio. Very nice. Thanks, and good to have you back. And I haven't heard AJ6 Queen Lima, but we'll take a standby. George, AJ6QL, are you here? Nothing from George. KE6ILX. N6RZJ. Boy, Dan's been missing about almost 2 months now. He must be really having a hard time. Something going on with business or something. Maybe it's wildfires. I don't know if he's into that business. Anyway, anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. KE6VON 1040.
KE6VON, just the guy I'm looking for. Are you on a short fuse, or can you stick around a minute?
I got a couple minutes here. I'm doing a little radio work right here, getting some stuff ready for tomorrow.
Okay, well, would you do me a favor, or maybe you already know, I'm trying to maybe go with another motor, another engine for the log splitter there. I could get a couple of different motors up at Tractor Supply. I don't know why Harbor Freight would be shut down and can't sell anything that's gasoline driven or gasoline engines, and yet Tractor Supply is rolling on without any problems. I don't know what the difference there would be. Anyway, what I need to know is what the CC rating was on the old engine. So if you don't have it in your mind, I'm going to try and match it in the set terms of CCs in terms of trying to figure out what the horsepower was on that motor. I'm going to guess it was 5 to 10, but it's somewhere in that range, I'm sure. And so I would buy a motor at least as big in CCs as that one is. Over.
Yeah, firm. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what size that other one is. I think the markings are gone off of it. I can try to look and see. But I would say, yeah, anywhere between 5 and 10. I would definitely consider at least a 10 to 12 horse. It'll run a lot better. Bigger is better. I mean, don't go 20 horse or anything, but yeah, 10 to 12 horse will definitely do the job. And yeah, you weren't kidding. I checked several Harbor Freights, and even though they show them in stock, they do not have any available.
Yeah, they may have them, but they can't sell them. I think that's what it boils down to. They just have to tell you they don't have any.
Well, like the one in Visalia, he told me, he says, yeah, we're just not getting them. He says, we show them in stock because they're our floor models. He says, but we can't sell the floor models. We're just not getting them, is what he told me.
No, they're not getting them because they can't get them. They can't sell them if they had them. Okay. Well, I mean, I'd buy a floor model if they'd sell it. Had nothing wrong with a floor model, for heaven's sake. They're never no different than a new one, but sometimes you don't get all the paperwork, but I don't think you need to know too much about them to hook it up. What's the shaft size of the old one, do you know?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. They're usually a standard size with those motor sizes. So it shouldn't matter too much, and they do make adapter sleeves if I had to get an adapter sleeve anyways and redo it. So it wouldn't be too big of a deal.
Oh, I know, but if I could get the right one, is the shaft available so you could throw a caliper on it quickly and measure it? 1 inch is typical. 3/4 would be on the underside, so somewhere between 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch. But I'd rather get the right one if I could get it, along with the other numbers. Over.
Yeah, firm. Give me a couple minutes here. I'll go out, grab my flashlight, and I'll go out with a caliper and see if I can reach the shaft.
Yeah, wasn't there a label or a steel plate somewhere on that motor that must have given the CCs of it? But I'll go with your recommendation of 10. If we can get no less than 8 and as much as 12 or 13, that would be good. I'll use that as a window. But part of that is going to be whether we can get them with an auto start or a battery start, as opposed to a pull start. I don't want to be pulling 13 horse. That's a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, my log splitter, I think, is 15 horse, and it's actually, I mean, it starts pretty easy. It's a Kohler on it. I'm not a huge fan of Kohlers, but it always starts up, and it's not horrible on compression. But yeah. The reason I was looking at the Predators, especially for those features, was because of the price point. I never even thought about checking Tractor Supply on theirs. I didn't realize they had them. I don't even know what brand they carry, but I'll look it up. But yeah, give me a couple minutes here. Let me go out and check right now. I'll be back. KE6VON.
Yeah, okay. On the Tractor Supply, I heard the word Briggs and Stratton, but it might have been just somebody's guess. But somebody said they thought the engines at Tractor Supply, some of which were Briggs and Stratton, which is a good brand. We don't have any problem with that one, of course. So, yeah, any of those would be fine. But maybe, yeah, if you could do just a smidgen of research on Tractor Supply and maybe recommend one, we can pick it up right up there in Oakhurst. And then Frank could just bring it down and we could swing it by your place. Matt could drop it off for you, over.
Yeah, copy that. That would definitely work. Yeah, I'll take a look and see what they have and check it out. But yeah, give me a couple minutes here. I'll go check right now.
Okay, check back in when you're back there. KE6VON, K6MYC. I'm going to Nevada now. Nine o'clock on the nose, and Nevada on the nose here. KD6BQ. I think I heard your CW earlier, and I do have you logged in, but I think you're in there, Richard. KD6BQ, 249, K6MYC. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, so you're looking garbled and weak right now. Hopefully you're talking to me over.
Yeah, very, very light at the moment, but we've got you okay. Boy, conditions are funny here. Some guys are roaring in, other people are very weak. 249? I had him in here at the beginning, way back in the beginning on this sheet, on this piece of paper I wrote, 249. Anyway, gotcha. And let me just see if any better signals come from Daniel or from Larry. Maybe it'll come back up in just a minute. N7 Whiskey Tango, Larry, are you there tonight? K6MYC. Nothing from Larry. KE7 UQL, I should say. KE7 UQL. How about you, Daniel? K6MYC Bozo Net, over.
Here is 272 KE7 UQL. Can you hear me, Mike?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear. You're in the shack with us here.
Okay, I got two things for you. I was not on 1296 last night because on Monday you was in a hurry to get to 6 meters and you didn't get the rest of my transmission, saying I developed a problem with my 4-to-1 power divider. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear you, and I did not hear Larry either, so obviously we didn't get either one of you guys checked in. I don't think Larry was there either. We called and called and called, and I kept looking for CW, and I never did hear a trace of your signal. In fact, I mentioned it to Judy. I said even if he was really weak, I can usually hear his voice cadence, so I know what you sound like even when I can't read you, Daniel.
Okay, so I'll try to get that fixed, and I got to get it up and running for the contest. Here's item number 2 for you. Do you recognize this call sign? Zulu Sierra 1 Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
Yeah, that's Tom. He's got 2 calls, ZSZT1T and ZS1 Alpha Fox Sierra. He's on 14200 almost every morning, right?
Yes, Roger. I worked him Monday morning with 50 watts and a dipole. I was doing POTA, over.
Yeah, good conditions on that long path. I've heard him, and he's been 9+10 here. So booming signal from Tom. Old friend. We've known Tom for 15, 20 years, and his wife Susie, and good people, obviously, and he's very, very active. He also checks into the net that the Australians, what in the hell is the name of that net? The one in Australia that they have every evening. ASFIA net, no, it's Africa, AS something. Oh, for heaven's sakes, anyway. He checks into that net very regularly, and he's on 40-meter short path, too, on some mornings. Sort of on a short fuse, because Susie usually comes out and grabs him and says the coffee's ready. Over.
Okay, so that's all I got for you. That was my first contact to South Africa. It's a big surprise for me. So I'm starting to lose you, so I'll take KD7U2L73.
Yeah, okay, we got you all, okay. Well, I'm glad you worked, Tom, and that's a good contact. I don't know what he's done. I think he has improved his 20-meter signal somehow, because he's as strong as ever, if not stronger than I've ever heard him on 20 meters. So he's doing very, very well on the long path, particularly. He's in Cape Town, of course, but he's been around a long time, knows what he's doing, and I think he's probably running 500 or 600 watts there. 7-3, Daniel, and congratulations, and hopefully you'll get the 1296 power divider fixed. Let us know if we can help you with another one. It should be repairable. Those things are really straightforward, unless yours is not one of ours. Ours are repairable. It's just a broken solder joint or a broken pin or something in one of the connectors. Should be real easy to repair. Anyway, 7-3. Let me try one more time for Larry. N7WT, K6MYC. Larry? No, Larry. Let's back over to you, Richard, for your final. Maybe the bands come back. Daniel was up, and then he was down. KD6BQ for your final, Richard. K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. Hopefully you can hear me. You were loud while you were talking to Daniel, and then you dropped right down before you handed it back to me. So anyway, 73. We'll say 7-3, and look for you tomorrow night on 432. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Okay, sounds good, Richard, and very nice signal. Now, you got some flutter. Quite a few of the signals that we've heard tonight have this rapid flutter. You know, what would we call it, 20 cycle per second flutter or something. You're hearing it on me, I'm sure. But it's quite annoying, but your audio comes right through. Some audio is kind of mush when that happens, but you've got good, clean audio, and it's very understandable, even with the flutter. Thank you, Richard. Good to have you in here. Hopefully we'll get Larry in here on 432 tomorrow night as well. Take care, guys. KE7UQL and KD6BQ. K6MYC, clear but listening. Anybody else? K7SUN. Stan? No, Stan. Nobody else up that way. All right, going back to Sacramento just briefly. Did. Okay, back to Redding for KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6 Hotel Sugar, KO6HS, Redding. KO6HS, K6MYC, calling and listening. All right, nothing heard there. Anybody else in the Sacramento area? Late checks are missed, K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go back to the Bay Area. And you may want to go to Porterville, Rob. There's the Bay Area. Late checks and missed in the Bay Area. From Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Bozo Net, 2 meters, looking into the Bay Area for late checks or missed. Go ahead. And nothing heard that way, so Porterville, here we come.
Roger. Had a long ways to go. KE6BK, Eddie, on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net. KE6BK, KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net, KE6BK?
Or KB6RQU, but he hardly ever goes to the shack this late, does he? I think he's long in bed, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe. I think I've heard him late once.
Okay, Okay, well, we're just about out of here then. Good evening to you. Good evening to Aaron and Brittany in the background there. Anybody else that's still listening here? Thanks all for participation. Let's see what we get for numbers, Judy. Okay, 30. Let's try 32, Rob.
Okay, still counting.
You just ran out of toes and fingers, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a big one here. I got 34.
Oh, well, we got 33, don't we have, Judy? 33 is what you said? She's going to count one more time here. $33 is what we got. So we might have missed one that you got, Rob. There was a period in there where there was some confusion about somebody, and we might have just gotten a number tangled up. Over.
Okay, I thought I would have been one out because I was over to the 10-meter net and might have missed something. Over.
Well, clearly you didn't. I guess that's where Ken went. That's why he was gone when I turned it over to him. I keep forgetting the 10-meter net on. There goes the air conditioning again. The air conditioning comes on and off. Now it's starting to, it's going half cool. Well, it's better than nothing. I can't complain. Anyway, good night, Rob. Thanks very much and for your help, and we'll look forward to seeing a copy of the Bozo Net. We'll see if we can get this one printed out right. Over.
Okay, roger on that. I was talking to Aaron. I think I probably should print one out that I sent to you, and then we can come over and see if it's printing out right over there. Over.
Well, we got one of them that printed out fine, but the other one did not. So we got one that printed out, and the other one only printed the header page.
Huh, that's interesting. Yep, I sent them the same way, same format. Over.
I know. We're scratching our heads, too. I'm telling you. I guess Frank is still under the weather with that tooth, so we wouldn't see him tomorrow. Well, we would see him tomorrow, but I don't think he'll be here. If he didn't check in tonight on 2 meters, that means he's still very, very in bad shape with the tooth thing. But miracles could happen. We'd sure like to see him for a few minutes tomorrow. I got some things to give him and yada yada, so there you go. Good night, Aaron. K6USY in the group, K6MYC. Aaron's busy in the background there. Good night, Rob. We'll see you tomorrow, one way or the other. K6MYC going that way.
Okay, Mike and Judy. K6MYC, KM6SRR, 73.
73.
Good night, Rob.
To key up I went to key up the radio and it keyed up 10 meters instead of 2 meters because I had my button set wrong.
Okay. So everybody said, who is this Mike you're talking to on 10 meters here? Huh? All right. Good evening, Aaron.
Yeah, I just got to be careful because if I accidentally key up both mics, I can overload my power supply and then it shuts me off. So I definitely do not want to trip the overcurrent protection.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure. K6USY, K6MYC, clear.
Yep, I'll be around, and at least tomorrow I'm working from home, and I don't have to drive to Bakersfield like I did the last 2 days. So we'll catch you guys later. K6USY.
Oh, good deal.
And good night, Judy.
KE6VON, I'm back.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Aaron. Adam.
1-inch shaft, and I'm trying to cross-reference the numbers that are on the motor, but I would say at least 10 to 12 horsepower, 400 plus cc's. Looking at the ones that Tractor Supply has, they don't show them in stock. They have to order them, but it says that they are. It seems like they're available to ship into the state or ship into California. The one with electric start, 420 cc's, is $499, $500.
Yeah, I'd rather not go that high, but we could if we have to.
Yeah. Let me look around a little bit more and see what I can find. Yeah, because I was trying to keep it down in like the $300 range for you.
Yeah, well, the other option is my friend that drives us around is going to go down to Arizona. He was just not going to schedule it, and I told him to hold off just a day or two until I hear from you. But we can still get the things in Arizona, so he'll go down there and bring one back for me, a Predator. Probably get it for $400 or a little less. So that would be my best choice, and just exactly what we wanted in the first place. Over.
Yep, that would definitely work. Yeah, because even those not on sale are $370, and if you catch it on sale, they're about $330.
Yeah, well, anything under $400 is tolerable. I'm just a little short right now. I got I got a barn roof I got to put on, and a couple of other expenses that are nibbling at me here. So I'm just trying to keep it down to a minimum. I can afford it, but I don't like to spend huge amounts all at once. Anyway, enough of that. Thanks for your research and the 1-inch shaft information, and we'll. And I don't know, maybe I'll have Frank check tomorrow. He seemed to think that he could go right up to Oakhurst and get it. They seem to have them in stock up there. That's what he said. But maybe he didn't know for sure because he hadn't walked in the store. Over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're a Duromax is the brand. I'm not real familiar with them, so yeah, it'd be interesting. They get good stars, so they get like 4.5, 5 stars. I'll have to do a little research on them, but yeah, if they have them and they're in stock and the price is right, grab it. Otherwise, yeah, grab a Predator from out of state.
Alrighty, thanks, Adam. Good evening to you. Thanks for your research there. Maybe we get this thing going sooner or later here. KE6VON, KE6MYC73. Did you give us your Bozo number?
I believe so, 1040, just in case.
Okay, yeah, Judy says she's got you. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I was more concerned about talking to you rather than getting your number. 73.
No worries at all. Yeah, I'll definitely be glad to get this one done and out as well. So get it off my driveway. My wife thinks that it's a project that I took on and that I'm going to be keeping, and I'm like, no, I'm not. So, all right, have a good night. I got to finish up this one project here and then get ready to go to bed. I got to drive to Monterey tomorrow. So, 73, KE6VON.
Roger, 73, Adam. Thanks again.
Hey, Adam, you're sounding good over here.
Well, that's good. Glad it's not having any issues. It's got to be something with the rain.